Were you born in the UK?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh.
No?
Kenya, right?
Kenya.
Kenya?
Yep.
You? What are you?
Somali.
Somalia. You born in the UK? Are you European?
Yeah.
Bro.
I mean, England is part of Europe, so
Yeah, we're
it's
not
kind of
part
as
of
a
the EU,
European.
though, still
Not part of the
European.
European Union, but it's a European country.
Brexit, man.
But so you're European.
Yeah.
You're European. You're European?
Nah,
Actually, no,
I'm
wait,
African.
wait.
European
Wait,
American.
no.
European
Is this a
African.
nationality
European
versus
American?
ethnicity question?
Is this a
Yeah, it
European
is.
American?
No, European African.
Is this an ethnicity or nationality question?
I'm asking you a simple question.
Oh, simple question. I'm African.
Okay.
Oh yeah, African.
Straight
Yeah.
African.
I mean, like you're American, but you're black.
Okay,
So
he's
are you
African.
African or are you American?
My
Me,
nationality.
I'm a black American.
I'm East
No, I'm
African.
black European. Yeah.
My nationality. Wait.
That's not an ethnic
No,
group.
no, he's
That's not an ethnic group.
he's black British.
Black British. Yeah, black British.
Black British is not an ethnic group.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yo!
Britain is from a country, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. It's
No,
not
so why
ethnic
you
group, but
consider
it's a
black
group.
American?
Because Black American is an ethnic group.
Is that so?
Yes.
But when you filling out the forms,
Black
there's
British is just.
certain categories. Thank you, black British.
Sorry, brother.
Ethnic group. Simple.
It's a thing.
It's an ethnic group.
What do you
Nah. I did this research already.
Wait,
You're
the only thing we fill out
arguing
on the forms that
No. That's no. Black British is not an ethnic group. It's just a general statement for everybody because they don't want to identify you as Nigerian British, Indian British, or Pakistani British, or Somalian British. They don't want to do that, so they'll just be like, "You're Black British." A Black American.
You're black American, right?
Yeah.
But where are you from in terms of like?
This
do
is
you know
another
what
viral
country-
I
video.
love this.
Do you know what
I love
country
this.
you're from?
Yeah, I'm from
Do you have-
America.
No.
Ethnically.
Do you, ethnically.
So
Where
hold
your
on.
ancestors-
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question.
Go on.
They say everybody comes from Africa, right? Is that what they say, right?
That's what they say.
They say everybody in the world comes from Africa, right?
That's what they say.
So
I
my
argue with
question to you is, where do Russian people come from?
No, they don't say everybody.
You said everyone in the world
They
comes
said
to Africa. So
everybody-
So
everyone comes to Africa.
everybody in the world comes.
You
So
said everybody in the world comes from.
Scientists.
that's what they say. Scientists
Everyone
say
originates from
yeah,
Africa.
Millions of years ago.
everybody originates from Africa.
Yeah.
So when you say where am I originally from, would you say that to Chinese people?
Yeah, and they say China.
Yeah. So I'll say I'm from America. I was born in
but
America.
if you
How where you from?
if
Where you from?
I'm Kenya, Somali.
Somali.
Somali. All right, go
Born in
ahead.
Kenya.
You
East
got a phone?
African.
I got a phone.
Yeah. Get your phone.
Oh, dude, I got no service out here.
You got a phone? Yeah, Google.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, my question to you is: if you look at your family history and you
Where did
actually
they
go
originate
back,
Yeah, I know more about. I know.
Where do you
I
think you're from? Or where do you know where?
I know I'm from America. I know more about my lineage than you know about your.
You to remember this, you not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and them British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them, and this shit get way deeper than your.
Oh Lord, here we go. Another day, and another video of struggling Africans abroad talking greasy about us Native Black Americans. Good Lord. We can trace our heritage to the 1500s and beyond. Most of y'all don't even have birth certificates. You can't even tell me who your great-great-great-grandmother is, but you think that you have a richer culture than us because you know what country your people recently fled from. Meanwhile, when we say we're American and we're from America and great-great-granny all through time immemorial is Americans, y'all can't fathom that because y'all don't understand that we descend from indigenous people. We don't descend from immigrants. Everybody else here in this country is a migrant in one way or another. Us, we're Aboriginal. When it comes to Mike TV specifically, I'm a Muskogee Creek Indian who descend from the Mississippian mound builders, who descend from the ancient Maya civilization. Don't none of that say African. And when Black Americans trace our genealogy, we don't find no African heritage, but we find a bunch of Indians.
Hey, if you're looking to get genealogy consultation, I highly recommend Mike. You know, he was very thorough, prompt, very knowledgeable. Even taught me some stuff about the background of Indian ancestry and heritage that I didn't know. The biggest piece of it is he taught me how to pull records and really dig into those records to make sure that I have things to match up to be able to take back for my citizenship. So I really appreciate everything he does, and I highly recommend Mike as your genealogist.
DNA test does not confirm ethnicity.
I'm gonna say one thing only. You and me relate more than you can relate to him. You know why? Because you are first generation African born in the UK as I am a Mexican born in the US. Granted, it's the same continent, yeah, but I can literally go. My parents are immigrants to the US, so me and you are more similar than you are to him because his people have been there for hundreds of years already.
But
So
I'm saying before that, do you know where you originate from?
There were
before
black
America?
people. There were black people in America before Christopher Columbus came to America.
So do you think your lineage started in America if you go back?
I think that
Go back.
I do think that it depends on when you consider a start point for anybody. Because when it comes down to even to you, you're from Kenya. You got a phone?
Yeah.
Google the census for Kenya. Google what is Kenya's first census. And I'm going to show you right now, like in general, I know more about my lineage and my history than you can ever know about yours because your particular community of people never documented your history. Majority of your countries are fairly new. Kenya was not originally Kenya. It was colonized by a group of people, and then they stayed it in Kenya. It was called the Berlin Conference. During the Berlin Conference, when they split up. So Kenya's first census was in 1969. That's how long your Kenyan people can go back with the affirmative paperwork of how long you have been there. Before it was named Kenya, we were hunters and gatherers.
No, that's valid.
So you can't say you're from Kenya. You won't be able to say you're from Kenya because up until 1966 is when they had their first census.
Damn, think about that for a moment. Them Africans can't trace a lineage prior to the 1960s more often than not. I got my lineage traced to the 1700s on both sides of the family, but them Africans can't get past 1960. Damn. How does that feel?
Us, I'm in America, we had our first census in the 1700s. So that's when the war for 1776 happened in America, when we pushed away from the United Kingdoms. And we documented everybody that was in America at that particular time. So when you sit down and say, where you're originally from, I can ask you that more than you can ask me that. Because at the 1700s, I have more documentation of where my people come from, my lineage, than you do. That's why some of the people from your country, their birthdays are all like January 1st on their birth certificates. So when people say,
what's all this to say though? What's this leading up to?
You can't sit down and say, I'm not from America because you have no documentation of where you're from. And I can sit down and say, I'm from America and I can date back all the way to 1700 that proves that from a definitive lineage and timeline. And you can't go back to 1800 with your timeline.
Nah, I see what you mean.
So it's like, how can you ask me where I'm from and you're saying from Africa?
In that sense.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Fanboys.
Yeah, you got.
But you just learned something, you know?
I see where you're coming from. Like, your point of view it makes a lot.
It's like, you can't confirm me. You're from Kenya.
So, in short, you're Black American.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you identify as.
Yeah, but at the same time, not everybody's a Black American. If you go to America right now,
there's African Americans there.
Yeah, but there's two different types of African Americans. There's Africans who transitioned over to America that were not here during Jim Crow. We're not here during the slave, any of that situation. They just arrived after all the work was done. They're not the same as me. I've been there. My bloodline's been there. We've been throughout that whole situation. We're as American as it gets.
And that's why I personally prefer the term Native Black American, because that immediately delineates and differentiates us from these African migrants coming over here and trying to fall under the banner of Black American or African American. I'm a Native Black American, okay, first and foremost. Now, if we're going to talk about my paperwork and my driver's license and stuff, well, it says American Indian / Native American, but what I socially choose to identify as would be Native Black American.
But then why could we not say that we're Black European if we're Black people that live within Europe, but you can say you're African American?
No, you're European because you were born in the continent of Europe. Just like him being Mexican never stopped him from being American. No. He just was not an American citizen. His parents were, or bloodline wasn't an American citizen. But he was American by being born in the continent of Americas. So you can say like, oh yeah, I'm European American, or I'm, sorry, where are you from?
Nigeria.
So you're Nigerian British.
Yeah. Don't
let people say that you're Black British. No, Black is a term that references a historical lineage in America. That means that when you go back in history to look at our history, it's all been blacked out.
So you're saying that the term Black was created for the Africans that were brought as slaves?
Not just Africans who were brought as slaves, but it was a tribe. It's a tribe. It's a particular tribe, a particular lineage. A lot of people associate Black with the color of your skin. But in America, you always had a tribe. You always had in Africa, you always identify with your particular tribes.
That's very true. That is very true indeed. And when we talk about the reclassification of the American Indian, More specifically, the reclassification efforts of the Black Indian or the richly melanated or the copper color Aborigines of North America. This is well documented. As a matter of fact, if any of you guys have yet to visit my website, nativeblackancestry.com, go ahead and check it out. The first thing that I show you, the first thing you'll see on the homepage is a clear timeline of the reclassification efforts. In 1492, they started calling us Indian. 1682, they start calling us Negro. 1851, they start calling us colored. 1960s, they start calling us black. 1988, they start calling us African American. We are the only ethnic group in America that gets continuously reclassified every 100 or so years. This is systematic. This is premeditated. They're purposefully trying to hide something. What that is, I'll leave you to find in your own research, but there's only one conclusion that we can draw from. And that's that the biggest lie these pilgrims ever told was that the descendants of the American Indians really come from Africa. So why don't we send them back to Africa? Wink, wink, hint, hint. Meanwhile, you have to ask yourselves, if we really have such African roots and African heritage, where is those African cultures and customs played out modern day? We know that most of the slaves during the transatlantic slave trade went to South America, Brazil to be exact. They have rich African culture, rich African heritage, African dances, African food, you name it. The second largest destination for the transatlantic slave trade was the Caribbean. We see a rich African legacy, African culture there. They eating fufu and jollof rice and all that shit, right? But when it comes to Black Americans, we don't see any. Great-great-granny never said we came from Africa, but she said we was Indian though, right? She said we was Indian. And when we speak about our ancestors and the colonization schemes that people like Abraham Lincoln tried to pull with us, why did our ancestors not want to, quote unquote, go back to Africa? This is a Black-owned newspaper, Kansas City, Missouri. It says, disenfranchise the Negro and send him back to Africa? Absurd. Impossible. More than $1 billion worth of United States real estate, which he owns in his own name in the United States, is not easily to be taken from him. Besides, the Negro is not an African. He is an American. African is a misnomer. Why try to send him to a country which is not his own? Damn. Our ancestors were standing on business, weren't they? Let's do some more reading. Reading is oh so fundamental. Frederick Douglass in his Black-owned newspaper, The North Star, January 22nd, 1852. He says, there is no sentiment more universally entertained, nor more firmly held by the free colored people of the United States than that this is their own, their native land. And that here, for good or for evil, their destiny is to be wrought out, identified with the entire history of the American people, going back more than 200 years, this sentiment is natural and praiseworthy. There is not now, there never has been, and we think there never will be, any general desire on the part of our people to immigrate from this land to any other, and least of all, to the wilds of Africa. Yeah, but our oppressor wants to try to convince us we're Africans, right, guys? Yeah, talk about a conspiracy. Lord, oh Lord. They be locking niggas up for conspiracy, but man, if that was ever a conspiracy.
You know, that's why when I say, what are you? Say, I'm Nigerian. I'm from tribe of this and this. You guys don't say, if you meet another African, you're not going to say I'm African. You say, no, I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Kenya. I'm from this. You're tribes. So in America, just like right now, when they say you're Black British, it's stripping away your names, where you're from, and saying you're just Black British now. You lose your tribe. So don't let them say I'm Black British. Like, no, I'm Nigerian British, and keep your tribe. For us, that's our tribe. Okay. So it's not just about the color of your skin, because all Black people are not the same. It's melanated. We're all melanated, but they say, yeah, but we go through similar situations. I'm like, yeah, so do Mexicans, so do Indians, so do.
Do you get curious about your past before America?
No.
You could be like Congolese. I could strongly see.
I don't really focus too much on his story, because that's his story. History is his story.
So you focus on your story.
I focus on creating a better story for myself, so I can be remembered, in the past. So when people think about like everybody's gonna be holding, so like Michael Jackson was my great grandfather. I'm gonna make that for me, you know, and then like I want to pass 3 generations. That's squirk. You know, that makes sense.
Do you think culture is important? Like, why should anyone care about their culture or culture in general?
A lot of people right now are identifying with the Black American culture because it's very uniquely different. Down to the style, down to the fashion, down to the way you guys talk, you all consume and adapt to the Black American culture, which you ultimately loses your own. You lose your own culture.
Not me, guys.
A lot of people. I'm just saying, like that's what's happening. When you dress, like you can easily go and address and identify with specific things that associate with your.
Facts, and more specifically, Native Black Americans created every aspect of what we now know as American culture. And American culture is the most appropriated and duplicated, assimilated culture on a global scale. And we're the ones that made that fashionable.
Particular culture, but because you've always been shamed by other cultures while being in their particular land, this is not your homeland. So in Africa, you guys have all people that look like you. You know, this is normally a white society. This was all white people at one point.
So you're saying we get shamed for dressing how
So when you came over here,
Definitely.
when you came over here dressed in your natural clothing
So
gear,
look at your puffer jacket, and you look at, like you said, a predominantly white area. They always got their polo, sweater, button ups, and everything. So you be look really.
Nah, what are you talking about?
You used to it.
You can't walk into the Ritz like this.
True. I can't walk into certain establishments dressed like this. But that makes sense though, because there's a certain dress code.
Yeah, but now
You
think
have to
about
adhere to.
your culture, traditional style.
So now it's about
Would you be able to walk out?
traditional style?
Hey, why do you
be able to go into like?
Why do you wear that at home?
No, I could wear it outside.
When's the last time?
And I do
Why
at
aren't
certain
you?
times. What, right now?
Yeah.
What, the
Come closer.
Yeah, the commission. Yeah.
Come closer, huh?
Like we're talking about like
The Somali traditional clothing.
Because everybody's gonna look at you and be like,
No, I mean,
but you
I
see that
couldn't.
people wear it, bro.
Yeah.
You put the
I thought-
puffer- you
have you
wear it
been
with the
around
yeah, I've been Whitechapel.
You not seen the guys with the like the hook,
the long clothes?
The Jewish people?
No.
Like in Whitechapel where they have like the beards and
it could be any.
yeah, I've seen that, but I'm saying
leftovers and that.
I think I disagree with you there. I think we wear what we want.
nah.
Genuinely.
Look at your default. Look at your default, right? Let's be
No,
real.
but partial assimilation doesn't take away from the fact that these guys still take pride in their
So
culture.
why are you only African?
No, but
when
there's
you're
a
at
million
home?
reasons why, bro. It's like it's minus whatever degrees. They're not gonna be wearing the stove.
Why are you only African when you're at home?
I eat Somali food. I speak my language.
When you at home, name me an African shop in London right now.
Tasties, simple.
I don't never heard of that.
Oh, you gotta go there. It's African food.
Is it good? No. Why you laugh like that? Is it good though?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it good? Why you not looking?
I haven't had it.
I've not had it, so I can't.
What do you eat in Africa?
You guys are supposed to take me to a Somali restaurant today.
There's a Somali
You
restaurant in
gotta tell
Whitechapel. I forgot the name of it, but there's a nice Somali restaurant down in Whitechapel.
Yeah, you know do y'all know about Whitechapel?
I don't know about Whitechapel.
Whitechapel is where Jack the Ripper used to kill most of the people.
Wait, what?
Muslim people.
No, most of the people there.
What?
Stop victimizing yourself.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper, you heard of him?
Yeah.
Yes, Whitechapel.
Whitechapel?
Yeah.
Isn't there like a rumor that
Damn, why the Black American got to be in the UK educating these UK citizens about their country's history? I'm just like, damn, they don't really teach them a whole lot about history over there in Britain, huh?
Jack the Ripper was actually a woman or something like that?
It was
Hey.
never caught though.
Never caught, nobody knows.
I wanna
So
go-
hold on. One question you want to ask Americans. Come closer. You have to come closer.
Americans.
Come closer because I'm getting cold. Yeah. Hold this.
One question. I'm not really bothered about Americans.
I don't
Get closer. Get
I don't
closer.
really have a question for Americans. Like,
All right, so what do you think about
What do
America?
you mean? Like,
I
I
haven't
think it's
been.
cool.
Yeah, I do want to go to America.
At some
I
point,
don't
yeah.
know what state.
say this.
Dude, America's so diverse. Even like,
I know, yeah.
so even if you said you want to go to America, you got to pick one spot.
God damn it. He said, what do you think about America? The first thing the African says is, yeah, I want to go to America. Lord, I know everybody wants to come to our country. We're going to ask you that. We just said, what do you think about our country? That was not an invitation to come over. No, calm down. Calm down. He can't even say what he likes about America, but he knows for sure he wants to come here, right?
Because New York
It's
to California is different. To Texas is different. You know, if you go to Montana, you're like, where the fuck am I, bro?
That's true.
You go down to Miami, bro, you're like, damn,
Yeah.
this is Miami.
Miami's
you know?
amazing.
I've got to go to Miami, guys. Set up for free.
Yeah, you gotta get.
What you trying to do in Miami? When are you going to Miami?
Hold on, I gotta ask a real question now.
Real question. Go on.
How do you feel about Americans kicking TikTok out of America?
I don't know. That's tough for you
Yeah,
guys.
bro.
I honestly couldn't give a toss.
Why? Why?
Nothing to do with me.
You know what it is though? I feel sorry for people who've generally built a
Careers
massive
and stuff, yeah,
following,
definitely.
and all of that is going to be like. He's still
waste.
calm technically
Yeah.
because he's
We all
in
on
the UK
YouTube
for now.
and
Yeah,
so it's
but my thing is this:
It's really
most
sad.
of all the trends come from America. So without Americans
You know what?
there,
I'll be real. I will miss like bad American videos when you see on TikTok.
With the
Some of
fine
the
shit
people
and
like,
the
who do
herds
you
and
watch
that.
like,
more,
it's cool.
Americans
Because
or?
what is it like 150 million users
Yeah,
straight from America?
I think
You know what? It
America's
really,
got
it really,
footprint
it really
on
sucks
TikTok.
that you guys are losing out on TikTok.
Yeah, definitely. But
Just
I will
because,
say though, with you guys
know?
gone, it will give a way for new life to come through and
Yeah.
some more trends.
but you know, majority of all the style, all the drip, all the dope shit comes from America. Like, what's really gonna happen when people are not really creating over here?
Now we'll create though.
then
Life keeps moving.
That's what I'm saying.
Life-
Name me something
There's
that's
bad creatives. There's bad people in London. Who
London,
Yeah, but listen,
London-
nobody says, yo, I want to be like somebody from
Nah,
Europe.
what do you mean?
'Cause-
Every time I see the comments on like certain American TikTok videos, they're always like, "Oh, I want to go to London."
Because
Like, yeah, because
they're fascinated by what they think, but it's
Yeah,
wow,
you from PA. You from PA. It's your first time out here.
yeah, it's my first time
All
out here.
right. So tell me,
Give us
you
the
wanted to come to
breakdown. How you
London,
feel?
right?
I did, yeah.
Tell me, thoughts, opinions.
Would I come back? Probably not. You know, it's like looking at the U.S. because a lot of the buildings are old, and being from PA, you know, it's like old architectural shit. So it's like nothing amazing to me.
You don't appreciate the old.
You just
I'm used to it already. I'm used to it. But
So
listen,
PA's down, PA's like that.
yeah, it looks pretty much the same thing. In Pennsylvania,
Like vampires and stuff.
yeah, vampires and
What
all
happened?
that.
Yeah, what is it about? What's PA about?
1776.
No, I'm saying what
That's the
happens
Declaration of
in PA?
Independence. What happens? What do you mean? What happens
Like,
in PA?
what is it? No, I know there's a
Like,
there's
what's
a
it,
The birthplace of the U.S.
Penn State Uni's there.
Join
Is it Penn State, right?
Tell them.
Penn State, not
Penn
Penn
State,
State, fuck, yeah,
No, tell them.
no,
Yeah.
Philadelphia, the first home of the U.S. 1776. After the America, whooped that ass.
America. Tell them the history. Educate them because they don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about PA.
What do you want
Educate them and the people. Tell them.
about? What do you want to know? You got to ask me questions.
Be like, tell them what PA is about. And what
Yeah,
makes
tell
it,
us
like,
what's PA really known for?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Philly
apart from-
cheesesteaks. You got Hershey chocolate.
Oh, really?
You guys,
Oh,
yeah, you said
Joel Embiid.
Penn State, best
Yeah, Penn
fucking
State.
collegiate wrestling out there in the Hall of
The
States.
historical reference of the first place of America.
1776. Yeah, like
So they don't know what 1776 is. Tell them what it is.
No,
I don't know what it is. That's when
that when America won, got liberated.
No, they don't know. They don't know.
and that's
They
also
don't know.
when that's the same year they signed the
Declaration of Independence. Yeah.
we
you know.
know.
what year was that? Was it
What year was it?
no, what
feel
month?
like-
Was it
I feel
July?
like-
July
UK
4th.
No,
in the
I don't
UK,
think it wasn't July
We learned
4th.
more about.
It's not July 4th, was it?
No, July 4th is.
It wasn't
when we won
77 July 4th.
independence.
Yeah,
So
it
when
was
was the when they
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean-
Go ahead, say what you said.
I was gonna say, I feel like in
Yeah, Mans wasn't trying to mention Kensington, Martina. Yeah, we all know about Kensington and The Walking Dead out there. Mans just wanted to stick to the Philly cheesesteaks.
the UK, we know more about, I guess, history than Americans do. I feel like you guys are only taught what happens in America, and then are left to kind of figure out your own stuff about other
people. Sorry, Carl.
continents and stuff.
Go ahead,
What do you
say,
guys
go
think
ahead,
about
go ahead. Let me-
Yeah, cool. We'll say this about America and then skedaddle time.
that? Yeah,
Like Americans, what I'll say, because I've lived with a few Americans now, they're actually very interesting people, really fun.
Oh,
One thing I'll say, they speak English. They speak English a lot clearer than us guys from the UK, because you guys like overpronounce every single word, but like we miss our T's, we don't pronounce our H's, our ARs.
What?
I don't know.
Prime example. Like
Yeah.
my guy, he's trying to talk to you guys.
I try to learn the slang, the lingo.
Yeah. But so many people from America don't have passports. Like apparently, it's a very normal
That
thing.
is cap. Yo, why do y'all believe that? Why do you think Americans don't have passports?
Because your country is basically a continent. Like you guys don't have to travel there, and that's why you guys don't know anything about geography.
But he's American. How you get here?
Yeah, but how you using one example for
I'm
like
American.
350 million people?
I'm American.
now be honest though, you spent time in Europe.
Yeah,
What do you prefer?
America. And I'm not being a national. Hold on.
Wait, so how long have you lived in Europe?
Like 10 years. Get close.
10 years.
You're
I'm
good.
gonna get some real
Stay there.
real general.
Come close. Hold on. I gotta get this shot because you're out the shot right now. Get behind the bag. Come close over here. Right there. Yeah. You gotta get closer because TikTok is gonna make it very. All right. Yeah. So what was your question?
No, I was saying, what do you prefer since you've been here? You said you really.
Yeah. New York City is the best place in the world. New York City for me. London is all right. It's cool, but New York is.
Boo. I like to visit New York in the wintertime because the fresh snow makes the city smell less like a sewer. But no, I'll stick to California. California is the best destination in my opinion. You got it all in California. That's why everybody wants to come here for the women, weed, and weather.
It's more color, more personality, more like everyone's unique. Everyone's a character. Everyone's different. The food is different. The places are different. You can be and make any. It's a love-hate place. Here, everyone's on the same frequency.
That's true. I've seen that. Y'all have no personality out here.
It is.
You guys don't. You guys
don't
have no personality.
It's the same ones.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah, you guys all try to blend in together, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yes,
No. Listen. I'm not being rude or anything. I'm giving you real advice. And when you travel to New York, you're gonna understand what I mean when I say what we mean when we say y'all all blended into the same stuff. Like in New York, it's dramatically different. Like even in America, it's so like everyone's dramatically different. Like literally characters from a TV show.
Like it's not everyone's a special snowflake, bro. Like that's cut.
I'm not talking about being aggressive. I'm not talking about being a social. I'm not talking about snowflake. I'm talking about the way your vibes are.
The way we're so passionate to be where we're from. We're so passionate to be where we're from.
It's a bit subdued here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You just. Yeah, it's a bit subdued here, definitely, but not so much that it's like, oh wow, New York is such an amazing bubble of fun, and UK is dim and gloomy. Like, come on.
All of your artists sound the same. Only one I rate the most is Dave, J Hush too.
Shout out to Engine Radio. I knew there was something to it. I said, why is it that I love to visit New York in the wintertime? I'm talking dead winter. I like to visit when it's snowing, it's blizzarding. I just dress like I'm going to the ski resort. But Engine Radio said cold air kills odors. Definitely. I'm an HVAC tech. That's something we learned in the science part. I knew there had to be something to that. New York in the summertime, I ain't done that since I was a child. But New York in the wintertime, sign me up.
Nah, it's because you're not bothering to listen to different artists.
I am. I'm listening to everybody.
All the underground, like Len, like Fimi.
I've been Chip. I've been listening.
Chip, brother, that's not underground.
Martina says, I forgot you're in Cali, high desert, right, Mike? I need to connect for your help for sure. Yeah. If you want to connect, just hit me on my website to schedule a consultation. Right now, I'm actually not in California. I'm in Oklahoma, Indian Territory. I'm not too far away from my tribal territory, actually. But nope, I'm going to be in Oklahoma for a couple months.
I'm talking about like, the vibes that people listen to.
Yeah, but no one listens to Chip. I can't lie.
What?
But I'll say we just named a few guys and you said who's that? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
I feel like if you tap in, you'll understand.
What do you mean? Give me.
Yeah, I just said Len, Fimi. You know that whole
If you want some nice Afrobeats, you got Odell.
Yeah,
Odell's cold.
Odell.
Like,
Yeah, even
All
R&B.
right, Odell's good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, see,
UK R&B.
We just dispute
there's
that.
there's
Yeah,
generally, like,
no.
Like, you gotta understand it.
Look, all right, let's just talk grime or drill. Let's just talk grime or drill. You tell me that everybody that sound like in the UK drill don't sound the same?
But even in
No,
America,
Junior.
drill sounds the same.
No,
too.
Junior.
What?
Like, in
How are
UK,
you saying that's like complaining that every Nigerian looks somewhat similar, bro? It's a similar genre,
what are you
so they're gonna
talking
make
about?
similar music.
Hold on.
Of course,
Do you think sound like Ice Spice? Who? Do you think sound like Ice
They
Spice?
basically sound the same, bro.
That's crazy.
It's deeper.
Beyonce-
You're telling me New York drill don't all sound the same?
It
Oh,
does. That's what I'm saying.
Cardi B sounds like Ice Spice?
Come on.
What?
Listen.
D thing.
Listen. Go listen to Chai Cartier.
A-Flock sounds like
Listen.
Chai Cartier.
Go listen to Chai Cartier
But,
and then compare her with who's another female artist in the UK.
the best, bro.
Is it
Lil Sims?
Yeah,
got
Lil
Lil
Sims.
Sims.
Lil Sims
There's
good.
so many
Exactly, Lil
different
Sims. Yeah.
types of UK artists. For you to say that's really unfair, I think.
But it's always on some allow it, like chill type shit.
Disagree.
Nah,
Again,
UK's got some
go
good
listen to what's that tape called with Lennon and them man?
conglomerate.
Matter of fact, how about this? Let's make it easy. Let's make it easy. Name. I'm gonna show you something. Come closer, a little bit closer.
Yeah, go close.
Name it easy. No, both of y'all.
All right.
Easy. Name 3 content creators besides the top 2 teams.
Teams, what are you talking about?
Teams.
Nice.
Beta Squad, Sidemen, top 2. But name 3 content creators besides them from London.
From London.
I don't watch YouTube. I'll be real.
You on TikTok?
I'm thinking about people who I see on YouTube.
And this is what I'm saying. Most of y'all all listen to the same type of stuff.
There's a lot of we don't proper YouTube content creators, but I don't really watch it like that.
Give me 3.
Damn.
I probably couldn't give you 3 American ones either.
You can't give me 3 content creators.
Casanat.
Like streamers, Casanat, I guess, like in America.
Like, I don't know.
I show Speed, Mr. Beast. Like, come on, don't yeah. Logan Paul.
Brother watching Mr. Beast.
We're not saying we're watching Mr. Beast. Like, we're not. I promise you, we're not doing that.
I'm not saying.
But you know who he is.
But you know who he is.
Yeah, we know who he is.
Exactly.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like bad subscribers on YouTube. So.
All right. For me, I'm saying.
So, do you think America's just like amazing cultural hot pot? Everything?
No, it's more.
Amazing.
Yeah,
It
is.
I know, real talk.
Look, I'm giving you a real answer, and you're not gonna understand it until you go there. When you go there, everybody's like trying to not hype it. I know it is. I'm telling you. When you go over there, you're gonna see like it's more. It's like this with the top off.
So you know.
With the top off.
Maybe like New York, California. Like they're the big boys.
If I go to Wisconsin, I'm not finding shit there. I find shit there.
But see, but that's the
If we
beauty
say
of
go
the
to
deal.
America and then we go to like Iowa.
If you want to leave the city, you can go and buy a fucking shitload of land and be like, you know what? I'm gonna raise cow and horses, and this is my life now. You can't do that. Exactly. But you can't compare. Yeah, you can't compare New York to Wisconsin.
And you know what? I'm feeling extra generous. So for everybody watching this live stream live right now, and for anybody who's going to watch the replay in the next day or so, if you would like to book a consultation, I'll give you a special holiday discount. Instead of the usual rate of $75, if you email me at mike@nativebblackancestry.com, and in the subject line, if you say promo rate, then I'll lock you in for initial consultation for only $50. So go ahead and take advantage. I'm going to give that offer to the first 5 people that hit me up via email. Go ahead and take advantage before that 5 slots run out.
I think it was very informative, very educational, very knowledgeable, because you touched on some things that I was aware of, but I wasn't aware in detail. So it kind of gives like an insight to some of the things that are going on today from history. So I think it's very important to learn your genealogy. And I thank you for the information. You're showing us how to navigate through the system. It's worth $75 or maybe a little bit more to me.
He's comparing London to New York. So you can't put in a small. What's a small little place you like?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Lol.
Or Mile End or what?
No, mine is in London.
Yeah, like sorry is good. Or Bath.
I know.
To Wisconsin, like Ohio, even our small places, Ohio got rep like.
I think London's quite comparable to New York. I mean, I need to go
What?
to. Listen, I gotta go to New York, but
what's like to me? I've not been to New York, and I'm looking forward to actually going to it.
Oh, you guys should be New York, definitely. I'll definitely be New York.
I'm telling you,
I really want to.
I'm giving you. I'm not trying to hype up. I'm being American. I don't really care about that. I'm telling you, go to New York, spend some time there. Like when you get older or something, 3 months, just sit there and see what it is. You never want to come back here.
Question. Why do Americans have so much pride on being American?
Because it's not about being American. It's that the thing about Americans in general is we don't care who you are as long as you're the best. And if you're the best, you get the respect. Out here, you guys care about where you're from and who you are. And you'll say, no, you're the best because...
Like in terms of like, what do you mean?
Well,
Where you're
sports.
from? Are we talking
In
about
anything,
sports or-
anything.
I disagree.
Sports is the same for Americans as well.
That's
I
true.
feel like basketball, it's the same thing.
No, I'm not even talking
in
about
America,
just
we're
sports.
talking about you're
I'm talking about
American
in
if you win,
general.
you're black if you lose.
Huh?
That's what I think. I think if you're... Sorry.
In what?
Like...
You say if you're black
Sorry,
if you lose?
Sorry. I mean...
Well, hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on. What does that mean? Hold on.
I feel like it applies everywhere where if
What do
you
you
win,
mean
if you
you're
sorry,
black
listen. If you win, then you're from that area and that country and they love you. If you lose, then you're from blah blah. Is what I think.
But hold on.
You know what I mean when I say
Hold on, because that was a British shit that you just said. Hold on. What do you mean if you're black if you lose? That was the most.
They say if you're black, you lose. He said.
He said you're black if you're.
Yeah, but this one he meant to say that if you succeed.
Because the reason. Hold on. Let me just make it sense what I'm thinking of. Because like I know. I'm thinking of this. You know, when you play football matches,
Yeah.
it gets crazy racist, and they be saying shit like that. And I've never understood it. And I'm like, you probably know this because y'all from here. And it's like, what does that mean? Like, why did they say that?
Oh,
But now,
yeah.
is it the same in America? Like,
Nah,
Yeah,
we
bro,
don't say-
Yeah, in the UK, them Africans be dealing with some racism. They be playing for the soccer teams. They call it football out there, right? And if they're losing the soccer match on behalf of Europe, the European fans will call them all kind of racial slurs and monkeys and stuff. But if they win the soccer match, they'll act like they like the Africans. So it's interesting how the only time that the Europeans ever really fuck with the Africans is when they use them to win sports matches.
basketball team fumbles.
We don't say you're
Racist.
black.
You don't say,
Apparently
oh.
the Celtics, you know, in the Celtics, apparently Boston's really, really racist, right?
But
That's what I'm
That's what they
saying.
say.
Yeah,
No, they're just very passionate about who they are.
But they say,
Yeah,
hold
no,
on,
they're
passionate
passionate.
goes into
They're passionate.
black.
hold on.
No,
Nah,
they're passionate.
they don't say stuff like that.
They don't say it.
They don't say stuff like you're black.
Nah.
That's a UK thing. I never heard of that before.
But you know why they say that?
You,
though?
but
It's
you seen
because
it, like,
it's
you saw the Euros, not this
Yeah,
year.
but that's what I'm saying.
Not,
That's
wait,
what-
sorry,
hold on.
The-
You say you saw Euros.
you seen the
That's what I'm
last
saying.
Euros.
But that is a term that people say out here, right? Like you're black
The
if you
si-
lose.
Yeah,
No
that's
one's
because
saying
who missed that PK that one time?
that was
Yeah, and they ripped into his ass, didn't they?
Crazy.
And they said
22, right?
you are not English.
Yeah,
You are
22,
from where the fuck you are.
Yeah,
But that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen.
No,
That would not
no,
happen.
I've
No,
not
it
seen
wouldn't.
that.
Okay.
Because you're not
What
gonna see
about-
American comment under the the players.
Let me tell you
saying,
something.
"Oh, monkey and shit like
No. They'll do that on social media. In real life, they're not like that. They're not built like that because in America, that's the difference. It's real free.
that. Anyways.
Yeah, like you could.
I
But
just-
that's what it is. Like it's the real world. So you'll see people when they say, "Oh, these racist stuff online," but in real life, nah,
Speaking of-
how about sundown towns in America?
that's not real anymore.
How do you
bro,
feel?
no,
How do
no,
you
no.
feel?
They still have it. They
We're
still have it.
supposed not to go to a certain area because they're racist and they'll shoot you if you're not from. Yeah, if you're a different color. That's not real.
Most of the time,
How do you?
they'll
How, actually,
they'll
you know
get
what, let's transition. A little. How do you feel about the general elections? Just took place. How do you-
Don't get into that.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
That's
Nah.
crazy.
How-
That's crazy.
How do you?
That's crazy.
Nah.
Nah, you're
You know, How
diabolical.
do you guys feel?
Nah, we're not talking
As
about
a black man, as a Mexican man, how do you feel?
We're not talking.
I'm gonna
That's
say one
vague.
thing-
That's
I'm
vague.
I'm gonna say one thing. I'm just gonna say one
No,
thing and
I
one
said
thing
anything.
only.
Say how you feel.
We got freedom of speech, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I feel how I feel, and that's all it is.
Yeah, so how do you feel?
Well, hold on. That's the good thing. But it's a good thing. You guys don't have freedom of speech.
Because
let's not pivot.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
not-
hold on.
You have
Hold
no-
on.
that's
Where's
my
your freedom of speech?
I got my opinion.
You don't
on
have
it,
freedom of
and
speech.
what you see on the media is like, oh, we're gonna be bashing heads each other. 90% of people are like, you know what? I respect your opinion, and I'm gonna go about my way this way.
Yeah.
You go about your way that way. Because what you see, like you said on social media, is not like that. It's not like that at all. It's not.
So what's the consensus, or how do you feel about Donald Trump winning?
No, hold on. Hold on. Let's hold on. Before we get to that, we have to get to this point of how do you feel not having freedom of speech in the country that you're born in?
I'll be honest, I don't like the pivot. I want to go back to the question.
Why you don't want to talk about it?
Can we answer this? 'Cause
Why you wanna talk about it?
We've been answering everything.
Let's-
That's a big
Exactly.
question. That's not a good
How
question.
do you feel?
What do you mean?
You've been here for 10 years.
Yeah.
And you're trying to go back to the
Yeah,
States.
and
at
how do
some
you feel
point.
now Donald Trump is
Now,
president?
how do you feel?
It's another election.
So yeah, another thing. Dude, America is
It's
everybody's
it's
entertainment, bro. It's you guys are entertainment,
another
bro.
election.
It's not
Okay, so
entertainment.
It doesn't affect at the end of the day, when there's laws being created in America, it's created by Congress, not the presidency. We have a what's it called? The 3-tier what's it called? We have a 3-tier thing. Congress. You know what I'm talking about. Right in the chat because I know I'm tripping right now.
Why is it general knowledge questions? You know,
I'm asking you, how do you feel about not having freedom of speech?
I'm answering another question.
Damn, why you have to flex on mans like that? First of all, they try to flip it on old Mexican boy and be like, oh, what do you think about Trump and politics? But he was like, hey, all I can say is we got freedom of speech. That's wild to think that in the UK, they really don't even have freedom of speech. Say the wrong thing, and MI6 is coming to put a black bag over that ass.
I want
We're gonna get onto the phone.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.